Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Newmarket Racecourse here on Sunday. It is the 5th of May 2024. Gonna look at the group races, the stakes races on the program, including the 1,000 Guineas. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and also join me throughout the week for my Chester Festival preview. It's going to be an excellent week of racing there from Chester, and also next Saturday for my Man War preview from Aqueduct, and also for my Derby trial from Linkfield preview. Some excellent racing ahead, so join for that. And of course, we have the Preakness in about 2 weeks' time, along with the Dante. So it's just good racing all around. We're going to look at the group races here on 1,000 Guineas Day, races 2 and 4, the 225 and the 340. Let's get to it right now. The second race at 225, it's the Group 2 Dahlia Stakes. It's a Group 2 event for Class 1 horses, going for $159,000 purse, race for 4-year-olds and upwards, fillies, mares only. 7 quality horses are going 1,800 meters or a mile and 1/8 here in the Dahlia. My top selection, I'm going to go with the 6-horse Running Line. 645 for me in the Tricast Trifecta. 645 Tricast Trifecta. Top selection 6-horse Running Line. This 4-year-old filly by Wrong Line here. John and Thady Gosden trains. Ocean Murphy gets to mount. The horse's most recent outing came on the 20th of October at Ascot. A mile and a half in the Group 1 British Champion Filly Mare Stakes, and she stunk up the place. She finished 8th by 7 1/4 lengths. She wasn't getting the trip. She weakened out of it. I don't know if she wants to go a mile and a half. I think cutting back to a mile and 1/8, probably a mile and a quarter in the future, should be better for her. A lesser quality race, I think she could run a trip to win. I say a little lesser quality race. This race coming up for Group 2 came up very strong, I think. Two back in the Group 3, Princess Royal Albasti Equiworld Dubai Stakes at Newmarket, mile and a half fast ground, 29th of September. She finished third by 5 1/4 lengths that day, and she just kind of plodded along. It looked like she was yielding late. Like I said, I just don't think she was a mile and a half horse. And then a Salisbury, 16th of August, off the 2-month bench, a mile and a quarter in the fillies listed stakes, finished second by 2 3/4 lengths. State Occasion had the jump on her. This horse probably was 100% cranked that day, but she got down the race course well. And then the French Oaks, the Prix de Diana Shanty, a mile and a quarter in June. She finished 15th by 18 lengths. She had a very wide trip, and she just wasn't catching the winner, Blues Rose Sen, who really is a terrific horse. But she won here at this fixture last year in the fillies listed race over the mile and a quarter quite easily, and she broke her maiden before that Kempton quite easily also, or not her maiden, but she won a very nice conditions race prior to that at Kempton very easily. Refreshing here, I'm going to give her a shot to run against these horses, but it is a very tough spot. The 4-horse Heartache Tonight, coming in from France for Jamie Spencer and David Monsieur, could get a trip to win also. Hasn't won since the maiden victory at Longchamp in the autumn of 2022, where she wasn't going away. Came back to win in the Group 3 Prix Cleopatra, a local prep race at Saint-Cloud for the French Oaks last year, where she just really couldn't get into it. She had a decent 4th place finish in the St. Alaray that came out tough, and then the Epsom Oaks a few weeks later, she just really stunk up the place. Came back to run in the Prix de Palme at Deauville, where she just wasn't keeping up. A little bit down the class ladder from some of those tougher races in France. At 8-1, she could get a job done. I would use her in the place pot here. But to recount my selection for the 225, the second race from Newmarket, it's the Group 2 Dahlia Stakes. Gonna take the 6-horse Running Line. Give kudos to the 4-horse Heartache Tonight. 645 Tricast Trifecta. 6-4 in the multi-race. Let's get to the 4th event, the 340, which is the feature of the program. It's the Group 1 Quipco 1,000 Guineas Stakes. It's a Group 1 event for Class 1 horses, going for $100,000 purse. Pardon me, it's been a long day. It's race for 3-year-old fillies here. Fill 16 horses, going to 1,600 meters or a mile here in the 1,000 Guineas. I'm going to go take a shot with the 12-horse See the Fire. 12.25 for me in the Tricast Trifecta. 12.25 Tricast Trifecta. Top selection of 12-horse See the Fire. This 3-year-old filly by See the Stars. Andrew Balding trains. Ocean Murphy gets to mount. The horse's most recent outing came in the fall here on 13th of October to be exact. Newmarket, a mile in the Group 1 Bet 365 fillies mile, and she finished third by 1.5 lengths that day, and she stayed the trip well. Yang, who's I can't speak that. Like I said, a bit of a tongue twister, especially this late at night. Been up since like 5 a.m. Don't pardon me. But it's 10 p.m. right now. But Yang really had the jump on this horse. This horse, she plodded along. She just had that second run late. She just missed, but she ran her heart out. Coming here to the 3-0 campaign should really improve a lot. Gets a good inside posture. I think this horse could get a trip to win. 2 back in the May Hill Stakes at Doncaster, a mile on the 14th of September. She finished second by 3 lengths that day. The winner had the jump on her, but she did settle middle well. She did quicken up a lot, but again, not a bad race in defeat. And then she broke her maiden over on the July course, going 7 in Philly's main race in August quite easily, winning by 1.5 lengths. She was on the drive excelling, especially going up the hill. That was a very good strong run. I like the inside poster, has some forwardly pace, has been a couple lengths off the tough horses of the division at the end of this 2-year-old division last year. She really improved here today. I think she's up with the task here, and I think she could get the job done. I think the 2-horse Dan Sequence for William Buick is your second likeliest winner for Charlie Appleby and Godolphin. Something I noticed, the Appleby Godolphin horses that ran stateside here on Saturday in New York and at Churchill, they were all of them seemed very keen. All of them seemed very washy, and they were just slightly flat. I don't know if they were just, they just looked, just not 100%, fit enough to run here stateside. I don't know if I was the only one that noticed that, but especially at Churchill, they looked very keen and washy. But back to Dan Sequence for William Buick. This horse had a start under his belt this season. That came in the Group 3 Neil Gwynn Stakes, the local prep race for this one, during the Craven meeting over here at Newmarket over the 7, where she finished second by neck. Pretty Crystal really had the jump on her as running back as one today, but this horse just had a little bit of trouble early on, which cost her. Hopefully the better trip on the outside poster, she could get a trip to win. 2 back in the Group 3 so sharp here at Newmarket, 7 furlongs, 13th of October. She won by a neck that day. The ground was a bit demanding that day, but she settled well, she quickened up, and she got the job done. Wasn't a flashy victory, but she still got the job done. And then on debut in July here at Newmarket, 7 furlongs in Class 4 Main's Phillies race. She won by a half a length that day, and she was very inexperienced that day. She got to the task, but it looked like she had ADHD or ADD, whatever they call it, and she just really wasn't concentrating to the run. I like another outside poster with this horse. She's not stuck in the middle. She has some forwardly pace. She could win. Quad or play spot, I would use her there also. But to recount my selection for the 340, the 4th race in Newmarket now, it's the 1,000 guineas, the Group 1,000 guineas. Going to take the 12 horse See the Fire. Give kudos to the 2 horse Dan Sequence. 12-2-5 TriCast Trifecta. 12-2 in your play spot. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck everyone.